Happy rainy start to the week. I actually moved on to my new property. Bought the house yesterday and we moved in, got our stuff mostly set up, and I'm already able to be outside doing some work in the garden. I plan to give you a full tour of the property, a full tour of the garden, and share my dreams and hopes and desires with you shortly in an upcoming video. But right now I wanted to share with you a little bit of work I'm doing today. I'm taking advantage of the rain to get a sense of the lay of the land and how water interacts with the land. One of the first things I noticed was that there's just all this ponding of water. We got about an inch of rain, we have another inch of rain coming, and there's just tons of ponding here and a few other parts of the property. And this ponding was all the way up through here. And this pile of debris and wood was sitting right here. You can kind of see the outline of where it was. And I noticed that the water kind of wanted to come through here, but it couldn't. This was essentially a large beaver dam almost. So I pulled all the brush aside and I started just digging a small trench. I'm taking advantage of the water flowing right now. I get a sense of where the water wants to go. So you can see up here I haven't done anything yet, but I'm probably just going to continue this small shovel width trench right through here, right where the water already exists. And I'm going to funnel all of the water, instead of sitting flat on the ground, I'm going to funnel it into essentially a secondary creek that's going to flow down to the main creek down there. Right now I've just been pulling all the mud and muck off to the side. I may use that for raised garden beds, or I may use that to shape the creek a little bit more in the future, not sure right now. There's a few other spots on the property that's doing this, and I really wanted to do this not for the sake of the house. You can see the water is pretty far from the foundation. It's really sloped away, so I think the house is totally fine. But I can't really plant anything back here. Most trees, bushes, they really don't like sitting in wet water, and I have noticed coming back here that this place is often wet, even if it hasn't rained that day or the day before. So part of what I'm doing here is funneling water away so it doesn't sit, and that way I can do some plantings back here that I wouldn't be able to do otherwise. I think a lot of the work of good gardening is storing water and using it well. I don't think I'm going to need to worry about that with this property. I think what I'm going to need to worry about rather is unloading excess water. So I will definitely build in places to store water. For example, should I want to do some plantings back here, maybe I dig out a section here that is, 4 foot, 3 foot deep or something, and a little bit wider, so it's a small pond. And so I have this creek that'll flow through, it'll flow through the pond, but there also will be this storage catchment of water here that I could use to water things over here. So don't just think about how can I get rid of excess water, but how can I use water and store water to use for later, while also getting rid of the excess water that might be hurtful or harmful to plants or the house property. I'm excited to give you the full tour of the property soon. It's coming.